Lily's single and I'm taken in the same week.
How fun, though.
I know.
Me single, fun.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Gin and Toxic.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
We got some catching up to do.
Join in.
Just waiting for a few more people to get on.
It's literally like the girl that's like doing MLM from like your high school. She has like 2 viewers and she's like, I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to join before we talk about
product.
What was the MLM you said that you did?
Oh my God, why are you?
Monet.
Why are you? Thank you.
Yeah, Lily was a pyramid scheme girl.
And you know what? I don't regret it.
It was a while ago. She
I-
wasn't in her best character.
I made bands. I went to Europe.
Did you tell people they could get a car and they could live a lavish life?
100%.
If I got a DM like that from you,
I was 18. Give me a break. Like
18 is old enough to know.
I don't give a fuck.
Anyways,
I really don't. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, yeah, we have a fucking action-packed episode for you today. Because yes, we're gonna be talking about boundaries and all that fun stuff. But obviously, we didn't upload last week. Things happen.
I feel like you guys missed this. Like this used to be like every other month where I would come on and be like,
say things that we're about to say.
I feel like
we're back on track.
Do I start or do you start? Because you have good news and I have bad news, and I feel like maybe good news first.
I wouldn't consider yours bad news.
No, but like they're not bad news. But
I get what you mean. Well, let's start. We're actually going to go in the reverse today. Instead of doing toxic thing of the week and then doing housekeeping.
Oh, period.
We're doing housekeeping first. Only because we wanted to let you guys know we've been talking about in previous episodes.
Looked at the notes. What you have under housekeeping is so scary.
What do I have under
Lily's bender? Like, hello?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
We'll get into that later.
We'll get into, okay, so we're doing one housekeeping thing right now. Then we'll do toxic thing of the week.
Pop
and then
off.
we'll go back to housekeeping,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So we're starting a little bit differently. But just because we wanted to let you guys know that, as you know, we've been talking about when we're going to end season 2, start season 3, kind of figure out like some rough dates and whatever.
And if you haven't been able to tell, season 2 lately has been all over the place.
Off the deep end, yeah.
Because we have such a good idea for the next season.
Yeah, that we're kind of just like
making
burnt.
us want to just end this.
Yeah, we just kind of want to like wrap this up. We have so many better ideas for season 3, a lot more visually appealing. So for those of you that like love watching the show, we're going to be just changing a lot. Like, and we'll get into the nitty gritty and the details with you guys at a later time. You'll see what we have planned. We're super excited about it. Yeah, but obviously we're getting a little burnt out of doing the same old shit in season 2. So we definitely wanted to wrap it up soon and take a lot of time to really perfect season 3 before we come back. With that being said, we decided we're going to wrap up season 2 in like 3 weeks. So right now, when you guys are listening to this episode comes out on Valentine's Day, actually. So happy Valentine's Day. But we have this episode. We're uploading the 21st and the 28th. And then I believe we said the 28th would be our last episode, or the 6th. I forget. I think it was the 28th we agreed on.
I don't remember
we were like, we'll wrap up the last week of February.
Yeah.
I believe. So yeah, so there's going to be today's episode, 2 more episodes, and then we're going to wrap up the season. We're going to take a little break, which I know you guys are probably like, you guys don't need any more breaks. You took like 3 weeks off.
It's going to be less of a break and more of like fucking working our asses
more
off
of like,
because the next season involves a lot of extra work.
It's going to be a lot more like reinventing than it is break. So yeah, but obviously during that period of time, we will absolutely be posting on our personal socials. We will still be posting on the Gin and Toxic socials. You know, you guys will keep up with us on there. We could definitely do some stuff like in between little like Q&As or this or that.
Yeah, and we could try to like
things.
Get the girls in the vlogs. Christina's vlogging again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so you guys will definitely see us. And then we do have basically like a pretty basically solidified date for season 3, but we'll keep that a secret for now.
Yeah.
So
it's not too far.
Not too far out. It's enough time where we just wanted to really make sure we're not rushing into the season. Yeah. And we really get all the things done that we want to get done, such as, you know, like new setups and, you know, really solidify segments and just a bunch of things, new promo and press and all of that. We just have a lot of things we want to do, and we also have things going on in our personal lives that we just need to take the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of personal lives, toxic thing of the week. I feel like you should start. I feel like that's more significant. Unless you want me to start, but
No, I'll start.
I feel like you should.
I'll start.
Like we said, we took off last week because of things that we're about to talk about.
I'm like scared. No, I'm not scared. It just feels weird.
Yeah.
I am single. Woo! What the fuck? What's crazy is y'all were so used to me getting on this bitch for like a year every 2 months being like, we broke up, we're back together, back together. But we were together for like over a year at this point and we broke up.
Thank God. I'm sorry.
God. And it's
Lily's gonna be nice. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true.
She did this to me. I do it to her.
There's something really hot about being
Say your
mature and
piece.
nice. I don't even know exactly what I want to say. I don't want to get too into it because it just happened and like, you know, this is on the internet for everyone. But we definitely will get more into it in season 3 because this man gave me content. That's all I have to say. The one-liners. Never in my life.
Yeah.
Never in my life. But yeah, I've been single for like a week and a half now. It's like very, very, very fresh. And when it happened, you know, your first thought is like, oh my God, I'm about to have a nightmare of a few weeks. Like I'm going to be so down bad, whatever. And this has so ironically been one of the best weeks I've had in months.
Because
like,
I was holding her down.
Yeah, you think?
I'm sorry.
Like,
I'm not sorry. Actually.
It is so bizarre. Like that's been the most bizarre part of everything is like you have something in your life, whether you're in a relationship or it's a job that you lost or like whatever it is. Everyone thinks end of the world if you lose something like that. But it's been very interesting to see how it's actually been like the biggest blessing ever.
Well, it's just like a big weight lifted off your shoulders, and now you get to fucking live in a new neighborhood. You get to spend time with the people that you give a fuck about, your girlfriends who just always lift you up, and just fucking live the life that you have, that you've
Haven't been able to live.
Live the life that you are meant to live and that you should be living and that you should have been living this entire time. But he was doing nothing but dragging you down. And I sound like a bitch, but I don't really give a fuck. He's literally friends with my person. We'll get into that. But I don't care. If he's listening to this, I'm mad at you.
I'm mad at you. Yeah, no shit. I think he knows that you're fucking mad at him.
And I want my toolkit back.
Oh my God. I want a lot of things back. Also, like he's been holding me down in certain ways, just like when you're not with the right person, like that's just what happens. But also I have been hiding so much from my friends about a lot of things. And the second it ended, I literally just went to all my friends and just let it all out and told them everything. And everyone was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Fuck. Did not.
Talk about baggage.
Yeah. No, for real. Like it was just like everyone realized also like what I had been very secretly going through for over a year now. It was very emotional for all my friends. Like it was just a very heavy thing, but at the same time it felt so good to tell people and to let them in. And now a lot of my friends are like, now we know why you haven't been around for 2.5 months. Now we know where you've been. We get it. Like you were fucking in the trenches, babe. Like in the fucking trenches. I was just a shell of myself. I can't believe I turned into that version of myself. But also when you're not with the right person, you're not yourself.
You're not you.
It's not that he doesn't have potential to be a great person. Oh, Christina's going to get mad at me for saying that. I'm so nice.
I am sorry. Listen, I'm sure he's a nice person in general. Yes, I've met him. Sure. I don't care about that right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he wasn't nice to you. Yeah. So that's what I care about right now.
Yeah.
I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for a breakup. Like if it's not right for someone, like it's all about it. There's a way to go about things. Luckily, I am like very strong and I have amazing friends, and I'm someone that's like when something traumatizing happens to me, I'm very mature and I'm like, I'm gonna go to therapy, I'm gonna do my thing, I'm gonna start working out. Like I handle things with grace because I'm
of course it's the best way to do
kidding.
it.
But like I'm very luckily in a place where I am handling this in a very, very healthy way. Hannah and Iman are flying in this weekend.
Oh my God, yeah, they're coming
Everyone's
to visit.
like rallying the fuck around me. I've already had like career moves happening. Like it all is like, now that that's gone, everything good in my life is kind of coming back around. So I'm super blessed for that. But if I wasn't in this place in my life, the way he went about things, in another time in my life would have made me fucking spiral. So I just have to get the one-liners out of my head and then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll
Takes
be fine.
practice.
But
Takes time. It literally just happened. Like, you're not going to be cured in a week.
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, we have a lot of mutual friends. We run in the same circles. Christina's dating his friend. So we ended on a great note. I'm kind of regretting that a little. I was just like, oh, you're so mean. It's fine. I really want you to be happy.
Ended on a great note. I don't know about that one, sister.
No, not really. But no, it like did in the moment. And then I walked away and was like,
yeah, and then you were like,
I'm so nice.
Yeah. I told you, I feel like
be like, and I'd be like, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's
like,
fine.
it's fine.
I want you to be so happy.
I made that comparison. I texted you the other day and I was like, if Harry Styles came up to you and like said like you were a horrible human being or something, and then somebody was like, oh, what was your, you know, how was your interaction with Harry Styles? You wouldn't be like,
I'm sure he's nice.
I'm sure he's nice,
Yeah.
but like you wouldn't do that, you know? So
I know. But really, you guys, like this has been, and I know we've done the song and the dance on the show so many times, but trust me, I think everyone in my life really like knows, like it's so done.
Yeah.
So done. But yeah, it really feels like just a new era is starting for me. And I just didn't realize how sucked into something I was until it was gone. Yeah. And now I have all this time and space for other things. And it's like, I like am breathing. I'm so happy. It's the most bizarre thing ever. I cannot believe how great it's been.
Pour your heart into your passions, your friends, the people that lift you up, the people that make you feel, you know, like you're riding the wave and not drowning in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I've already met some hotties. Like,
of course.
She's out on the town.
Speaking of hotties.
Well, so if you notice, like, Lily, why do you look a little orange? Like, I'm marinating right now because I'm seeing someone later. Which is
she's
outside. She's outside. Oh my god, why is that
literally I'm gonna go to edit this and it's gonna pick that up and it's gonna be like, you went over your limit. Like, she's outside.
Literally. But everyone should be very excited. This is a fun era.
I also want to say that Lily has been in this I don't know if I would necessarily call this an era, but more of like just like this thing that Lily's been doing where we go out on a night out. We've been out on many nights out.
Holy fuck, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. She keeps saying that she wants to run into her ops.
No. I hadn't heard that expression in a while. And I heard it and I was like, that hits. So I'm like 4 beers in and I'm like, I'm trying to see an op right now. Like, not like my ex or anything, but like anyone will do, like your ex, anyone.
Like knowing like she has a freaking little white girl, no ops. I'm trying to see my ops right now. That's literally, you sound like the high school rapper. I'm trying to see one of my, I'm trying to pull up.
I'm so outside.
I'm so outside. I'm trying to see my ops.
Like, what am I saying?
Yeah.
I've just been drunk for like 5 days. It's scary.
No, she has. It's been a whole thing. But
it's been really fun.
Yeah.
I'm free. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm free. Holy shit, you guys. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
It's insane because like I remember I saw this one girl's like TikTok once and it really resonated with me in my last breakup. I feel like it might resonate with you. And this girl was like, I just was having anxiety all the time and I can never pinpoint like why.
Yeah.
And then
God.
And my ex broke up and it just went away.
No, and it's weird because like of course I'm a fucking human being. I've had moments of sadness in the past week and a half.
Yeah,
of course.
Duh.
I am more so, and I've been saying this, I am more so mourning the loss of like a best friend than a lover, because as a lover, I'm very much okay with that ending.
Yeah.
Like that's not my person.
Yeah.
But we did have a really unique, amazing friendship together, and that's more so what I've been mourning and what I've been grieving. But no anxiety. And I get anxiety in times like this is when I fucking spite. Like the other times we've broken up, I have been projectile vomiting, like literally projectile vomiting. This time I was just like, I've been sleeping fine. Like, nothing. Well, not really because I've been drinking, but not because of anxiety.
Thank you, Lily. She knocked the Hello Kitty Pez off.
What am I, fucking Italian? I'm like, yeah. Sorry, guys. Well, I've not been sleeping because I've been drinking, but not because of anxiety.
She's been drinking because she's been outside.
Yeah, and seeing, like, I've seen more of my friends in the last week and a half than I have in months.
I think I've seen you more this past week than I've seen you in the last 3 months, excluding when we record.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, that's crazy. Like, in all my, like, loose friends who I haven't seen ever just like, we've been waiting for you.
Yeah,
like,
no, literally.
Where have you been? I've been saying I want to do things forever, and then I finally fucking did them this week, like, random stuff that I've been wanting to try and, like, whatever. It's like, it makes so much sense. But that's also why I'm feeling good, because it feels so right. So, new era, season 3 gonna hit.
Right.
Let's just say that. And, yeah, that's that. She's single. Now, Christina, on the other hand...
Guys,
we're in different parts of our life.
Yeah. Okay. So,
not really. Actually, the only difference is really our relationship status.
But yeah. So my toxic thing of the week, I suppose, is in the same week that Lily and work they broke up. Big Jeans made it official with me. I have a boyfriend.
So cute.
Yeah. So let me put this coffee down so I can explain.
How many boyfriends have you ran through on this fucking show? 3.
So true. Was it 3? I think he's
She's
the
like
third.
Sharing her happy story, and I'm like, damn, bitch, you've had a hella.
He's the third. When we started, that was with NYU Big Dick, and then it was Boy, and then it's Big Jeans. Obviously, I went on 1,000,001 dates in between. Am I forgetting one?
I haven't been single
in
5 years.
Yeah.
5
Yeah. She has some work to do because of that, but...
You think?
Yeah.
I got a problem. No, not really.
But once you learn to be alone and, like, love being alone...
I'm already loving it.
It's just like, yeah.
I'm putting my on.
The freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. And then also when you find that partner that gives you the space and freedom to also be independent and alone and do your thing, and then also be with them.
Yeah, bless.
Which is
your boyfriend.
Which is my boyfriend.
Nice.
I can't believe boyfriend. But okay, guys, so little context of how this happened was a few days ago, I was getting ready to, like, go out basically with Paige to, like, some events, and I'm in the middle, painting the picture for you guys, I'm in the middle of washing my face. Okay, I use the La Roche-Posay, like, gentle cleanser. It looks like cum. All right, it looks like a man ejaculated on my face. It looks like cum. And I had my robe on, but I didn't have my robe on normally. I had, like, the arms, like, tied around my tits because, like, the water was, like, dripping down my sleeves. I didn't want it on my sleeves, so I wanted it around me to stay warm. Anyways, I looked a mess. I'm in the middle of washing my face, and all of a sudden, I get this bang at my door, like, bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who's at my door? Sounded like the fucking NYPD, dude. Like, it was so loud. Scared the shit out of me that I didn't even have time to finish rinsing my face. I just kind of, like, got up and, like, ran to the door, and I opened the door, and Big Jeans, one of his very good friends, was standing at my door like a fucking soldier. And I was like, I said his name or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? I was so caught off guard. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
So bizarre.
This man just hands me an envelope, and it has Big Jeans, like, his clothing line that he does. It has the logo of his clothing line on it. And I'm like, what is happening? So then I take the envelope and I open it, and it is a official girlfriend voucher. It says his name, and then it says, would officially like to present to you with your official girlfriend voucher. Signing of this voucher will officially update relationship status. Should you choose to accept, please sign and date below. It was the funniest thing. And also on the back of the card, it was like, to, like, Christina Harris, please flip this card over. Anyways, I was, like, laughing hysterically, like, what the fuck just happened? Because he also just left after that. His friend just left.
Yeah.
Like, no, barely any words spoken.
Handed it and walked away.
Just walked out, went right in the elevator, goodbye. Like, okay. So I called Lily. I'm, like, crying, laughing, and I'm like, oh my God. And like, okay, Paige. And I'm like, oh my God. And Paige is like, you gotta call him. And then so finally, he's literally the last person I call. And then I'm like, hello, like, hi, what is this? And he's like, are you gonna sign it? And I was like, well, duh. Like, at first I was like, giving him shit, like, making a joke. But yeah, signed it on FaceTime with him.
So cute.
And yeah, that was that. The funny thing is he was like, yeah, I really didn't fully think this through, because he said, he was like, I needed to do it before Valentine's Day because, like, I didn't want to do it on Valentine's Day. It would also be weird if I did it like right after. Like, you know, we should be dating on Valentine's Day. But he is really fucking sick right now. So it's like he had his friend like do that and it was like a cute, funny thing. But then it was like, all right, well, when am I going to see you? And it's been literally like a week and a half since I saw him last because he's just like down bad. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Like we said, this comes out on Valentine's Day. And he's still so sick. So we ended up postponing Valentine's Day a few days, which is like kind of sad. But yeah, so I'm like, he asked me out, but I haven't even been able to see my damn boyfriend. So fuck. But anyways. All is well in the world, super cute. But then he started getting very analytical about our anniversary date, which was really funny because basically he did that on February 9th. And so he was like, he's like bugging out and he's like, all right, I've been thinking about this because July 9th is when we like went on our first date at the June Shine Bar and we've been together since. And, you know, February 9th is like really close to Valentine's Day. So I was thinking, do we want our anniversary to be today or do we want it to be in July? And like all this stuff. It was really funny.
Wait, did you decide?
Yeah, we're doing July.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's kind of right. It's very close to Valentine's Day. And also, we have kind of just been together since.
And if neither of you have been with anyone since.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly. We've just kind of always been with each other since. And it's cuter. And, you know, it really was like the start of everything. And
when July rolls around, you're going to be like, we have been together for a year.
Yeah, and we were talking about it too. And like, honestly, like the older you get, the more it's kind of like your like anniversary day is more so. It really is. You kind of just like fall into it. And so we were like, yeah, we'll do that. And then also he was saying some bold shit where he was like, yeah, I was thinking about this because this very well might be a forever thing. And if it is, then do we want our anniversary to forever be a few days before Valentine's Day? Because that just might be really stressful.
Me and Workbait can go to the wedding together.
That is going to be weird. Well, by that point,
I don't think it's going to be weird by the wedding. I'm going to have a hot-ass man with a career on my shoulder. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, my God. The eczema on the back of my hands from the Accutane is going crazy right now. You see how it's all, like, flaky?
Oh, that looks horrible, dude.
I know. By the way, guys, Accutane update. I'm in month 5 now. I just started month 5, like, 2 days ago.
Which is
so,
insane.
Yay! Out of 6 months. So, 2 more months to go. Anyways, though, yeah. So, Lily's single and I'm taken in the same week.
How fun, though.
I know.
Me single, fun. And then my best friend, well, actually, Christina's my only friend that's not single. So, like, embarrassing for you.
I know. It is kind of embarrassing.
I just moved, as we already discussed, but my 2 roommates that are gals and my best friends, Ryan and Callie, are single. Paige is single. So many of my friends are single. So, it's going to be very fun.
Speaking of being single and free, should we get into housekeeping? Because I want to talk about your breakup bender.
Where did it even, like, I don't even know when it began. Like,
guys,
so we
I've been so outside for Lily. Yeah. I can't. I'm a grandma these days. Like, I haven't even do it.
You've been enjoying it. I haven't forced you.
No, I haven't.
You just showed up.
I know, but did you notice that, like, on Sunday we went to go to brunch Sunday, was it Saturday night, you guys, at Keg and Lantern when you guys went out? I showed up. I stayed for 1 hour, spoke maybe 5 words, and then I left. And then even after brunch on Sunday morning, went to brunch, spoke a little bit. By 2 p.m., I was like, okay, it's my time to go. I can't girl anymore today. Gotta go. I'm sorry.
Guys, let's just say I didn't even make it to the Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Like the main part of the weekend. I couldn't even make it.
When did it even fucking start, bro? I want to say like Thursday night.
Okay, so
that's when the main parties were that we went to. That was 2 parties we went to on Thursday night, right? Was that Thursday night?
Yeah, I definitely like started. I think I did something Wednesday. I think I was drinking Wednesday.
Oh, fucking no.
I don't know, but like I woke up the day after we broke up and I was just like, I feel fine. What should I do? Text my party friends.
Yes.
So I text Nigel Roxbury, aka Chris, who came on this show because first of all, he loves to have a good time, but he's also such an amazing energy to be around. Literally just one of my favorite people in New York that I've ever met. So I texted him Sunday and was like, me, you, wingmans, let's go. Because I have wingmanned him for like a few times recently. And I was like, it's your turn, bitch. And he was like, no, you're kidding. I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, you're free. Like, whatever. And then I texted my friend Noah and we hung out that week. And I just like texted a bunch of people who I like were like my loose friends that I just haven't been seeing. So then I just started like bipping bopping around. I'm hanging out with everyone. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm drinking a lot.
Right.
I'm drinking a lot, but I'm having a good time. So Wednesday night, I don't even remember what I did, but I definitely drank alcohol. And then
Right.
I think we had a girls' night. Maybe that was our girls' night at our apartment where we just had wine and like.
It might have been because I think I was at some events on Wednesday night.
Yeah,
so
that was our girls' night. It was our girls' night. We just had like a bunch of girls over, 7 bottles of wine. Fantastic.
Love it.
Thursday night, we had a Les Mis event and then Siren Basics event where I had to see all of my ex's friends.
Yeah, but
and
they were very nice.
And you know what? I was like, okay, I had that event planned before we broke up. And I was like I'm also friends with the person putting it on. And like, we have like a professional relationship as well. And a lot of the people going, I was like, these are arguably, I'm closer with some of the girls than like he is. And I was just like, I formed really real friendships with them. I also had that conversation while we were breaking up, being like, you know, I'm going to still hang out with these people. Like, it's all good. And he was like very cool about it. But it was actually really great that was that week because I just got to get it out of the way. I literally ran into his best fucking friend and more people, literally all his friends. Everyone was so nice.
Yeah.
So cool. One of them texted me that night. One of his guy friends texted me that night being like, it was so good to see you. I'm so glad you felt comfortable coming out. We all still love you and we will always be your friend. I got like 7 more texts the next day from, I didn't even tell you about a few of them, some of the girls.
Oh,
like they all text me being like, we love you. You are always welcome around. Like it was just so nice. And I'm just so glad I got that out of the way. I was dreading it. I didn't know how people were going to be. I don't know why.
Got it out of the way very early.
So early. And like, I remember when we were going, when you called me and you're like, I did find out that his best guy friend was going to be there. I was like, perfect. It'll just get, whether he's mean or nice, I will get it out of the way. And then I'm bound to run into these people. So I was like, won't be anxious if I run into them anymore. So it was like perfect. But we went to that event, had a good old time. We went home after that, right? Oh yeah, because I worked the next day. Right. Then I went home, but that was the start. And then
and then Friday night we went. Well, we attempted Friday night to go to the fucking Isaac Likes party.
Never again.
Fuck that. Guys,
Never
the
again.
line was ridiculous, and we heard
Also,
that the party wasn't even good.
Sorry, like, let me just shit on New York Fashion Week for a second. These clout-ass parties are so stupid, so bad. Don't go. Don't even try. You are not missing anything. Not, like, any hate to, like, Isaac specifically. He's a sick DJ, and a lot of his parties are fun. But the New York Fashion Week ones, like the people that are trying to go, oh my God, insufferable, dude. Insufferable. The energy is horrible.
Everybody's
rude.
saying that too now. They're like,
everyone's saying it.
It's shifted so much.
So much. And like, we were only going because like so many people we knew were going. And I was just like, oh, we'll just go have a little dance and talk to our friends. We get there. We're on the list.
We're on the list. The line is so fucking long. And then we also heard that they were keeping the line long on purpose.
Don't worry. Then my friends who got in there first, we met up with them after. And our friend Dylan was like, it was literally dead in there. They were just trying to keep the line long to make it look like it was like a cool party. I'm like, that is so
so pathetic.
Painful. Like, what the fuck do you mean? But then we ended up going to Blue and Gold, this sick dive bar on the Lower East Side.
Oh my God. And it ended
we
up
had
being
the best
so
night
fun.
ever. We met so many cool people. A lot of our friends ended up showing up. And it was just like, we had like 2 tables going, bouncing back and forth with like all of our friends who I haven't seen in a while. So it was like so much fun.
Yeah. And we were literally at like around like midnight. We were like, like let's head out at like, 12:30, 1-ish. Like we were just like burning out. And then just everybody started showing up. And then we started having an amazing time. And then we didn't leave till like 3 a.m.
Yeah. It was very fun. Australian men love me. Didn't know.
They're from Holland.
No, one of them was Dutch. One of them was Australian.
Yes.
I actually had a lot of cultures
they
that
were
night.
so tall.
So tall.
They were so cute
rich,
too.
Successful. They owned multiple homes. I was like, this
they
is
said that they were gonna watch the podcast.
And
Remember
I feel
that?
like they did. They downloaded episodes onto their phone.
Oh, that's concerning.
Because they loved Chris, who was with us, Nigel Roxbury, and they downloaded his episode. But yeah, that was Friday night. Saturday night, I went out. What did I even do? Question mark. Girls' night. That was
you guys went to Twins and then Kenny Lantern.
Yes. Then we went out again. Girls' night. Of course, Chris came still. Super fun. And then Sunday, I woke up and had to go to. I slept for 3 hours. 3 hours on Saturday night, and it was like my 4th night in a row doing that. So I wake up Sunday morning. I probably shouldn't have attended that brunch, but if Seema's going, I'm going.
Right. And she needed to know what happened.
And she needed to know what happened. Our girl Seema. So I woke up and was like, I literally got to that brunch and like couldn't keep my eyes open. I was like, Seema, I look unwell. I wasn't even hungover. I was also so tired.
Was like,
Yeah, so then we went to the brunch, and then I was supposed to like shoot content and then go to a Super Bowl party that night. I got home, canceled everything, and then I was like, I'll totally make it to the Super Bowl party. Like all those hot guys I met are gonna be there. Like I'll totally go. No. They got closer, and I was just like, I can't. Like I really can't. So
I also went to bed so early that night. I literally was in bed by like 7:30, 8 p.m. because I was just so burnt out from the whole week.
Yeah, and I had like a 7:30 a.m.
And then even yesterday,
Monday.
normally we're recording right now on a Tuesday. We normally record Monday nights, but we postponed to record today instead because she was like dying yesterday. And I was like, Lily, you need to go home and go
you guys,
to bed.
Like,
go
and
to
I
bed.
was gonna rally, and normally I'd have no problem being like, Christina, I can't record or whatever, but like I was gonna rally because I missed last week and I just didn't want to like disappoint or whatever. But I'm at the office, and like I felt like when a baby is so tired and they're like crying, like I looked in the mirror at the office and like I was not looking great. Like my hair was dirty, my makeup was looking really scary, and my fake tan on my neck was like literally horrific, peeling off. But normally I would just look at myself and be like, girl, you've looked better. I'm just at work. Nobody cares what you look like at all. Doesn't matter. I looked in the mirror at work and like started tearing up and was like, I am so ugly and I just need to take a nap and like I don't know what to do. And then I was like texting Christina like for the first time, getting actually emotional about my breakup. And then I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? You is fine. Like, what are you doing? And then I went home, slept. I woke up today and I was like, oh, I'm fine. I was just tired.
Rough one. That's why. So I was like,
tired.
I was like, hey, like she was leaving work. She's like, okay, I'm gonna come over. Like I'm dying. Like whatever. And I was like, hey, like maybe you should go home and sleep.
Yeah.
You had a rough one.
Well, the problem was that the night before, like I like got into bed and I just like chose violence. And I said, Siri, play Last Kiss by Taylor Swift. And then it sent me into a spiral for about 24 hours and now I'm fine. So
perf. Sorry, my mom keeps texting me.
Yeah.
And she's like, distracting the fuck out of me. I know I would yell at you. No, but she's like, have you talked to your cousin? Like she keeps going to Tampa every weekend. And I'm like, yeah, she's talking to a guy there. And my mom's like, what do you mean talking? She's flying there like 3 times a week. And I was like, I don't know. She's seeing someone there. I don't know the details. And she goes, she's seeing a doctor from what I understand. And she's also looking for a job there. Period. Anyways, just 2 things that I felt the absolute need to tell you guys about. Isn't housekeeping, because we were discussing it yesterday and it was hilarious. If you guys remember a few months back, you know, this is like before Big Jeans or like at the very beginning of Big Jeans. Like I went on, no, I think it was pre-Big Jeans, like a week before or that week or something. What?
the massages?
No, sorry, I'm going in the wrong order. Pool boy.
Sorry.
Anyways,
I was like, what the
over
fuck
the summer,
are you talking about?
Over the summer, me and Lily met this guy at my pool in my building.
Please share the fun detail.
Yeah, I think we did on the show, like,
but we're gonna
when it happened. But we met a guy at my pool in my building.
This is the most.
We're talking to the guy. Like me and him are like hitting it off. Lily comes swimming up.
I'm a very spacey, oblivious girl. Like my friends know that.
I don't know
have
how
no
you didn't
idea
feel the breeze.
Because I literally don't know what's going on ever. I'm so fucking stupid.
Anyways, she swims up. Her entire boob is out. Not just like half a nipple, like full nipple. It's just out.
Boob
out.
Out. Boob out.
Flopped out.
For a long period of time.
Yeah, and I was trying to hint to her, like, girl, yo, boob is out. And she was not getting it. And then she finally got it because I, like, fully
I'm
just made a
looking at this
scene
guy
like,
in the eye being like, what are you doing? The claw. He's looking right at me.
Yeah.
Tit out.
Tit out. Anyways, though, did end up getting his number. He lives in my building. We went on a date. Date didn't work out. Very nice guy, though. We, like, still, like, kind of remained, like, loose friends whenever I see him around and stuff. But, you know, still, regardless, we went on a date. I'm with somebody now. It's like, whatever. Yesterday, I was at a coffee shop.
Did you tell Big Jeans this?
I did.
Oh, okay.
And he was cracking up. He was like, what the fuck? He doesn't give a fuck. But
no, you guys didn't do anything anyway.
Yeah, no. But I go to this coffee shop, and there's a shit ton of coffee shops around me, honestly. Like, you know, the odds of me,
I'm
a little bit powder, it's fine. The odds of me running into this guy at a coffee shop is like, you know, it's more than, you know, usual, but it's not likely. But I'm at this coffee shop.
I wasn't shocked when you told me that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I'm at this coffee shop and I'm working. I have my laptop out and doing fuck all. And then I hear a guy say, hey, Christina. And I look up and it's Pool Boy. And he also went to the same coffee shop at the same time to also work on things. And the kicker is that the only available seat in the entire coffee shop is the one directly next to me.
I'm personally immediately jumping into the street.
Yeah.
Getting hit by a car.
he sits down, and so we're having like small talk about whatever, and it's fine. And then I'm trying to work, and he tries to talk to me again. I'm working, he's talking, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's a very nice guy, but I was just like,
Stop
fuck.
chatting.
Like, I also was like, I was like, I just like, I'm not really in the mood to talk about like life right now. Like, I'm sitting here, it's a Monday.
Yeah, you had stuff to do.
Bro, and I had a gigantic Excel sheet up on my computer. It was very obvious that I was doing some real analytical shit. Like, I was like sorting out things and life coaching stuff.
Oh.
I was like going through like my submissions and doing sorting and this and that. I was doing all this crazy shit. Like, if you are at a coffee shop and you see somebody that has an Excel sheet up, like, just leave them the fuck alone. So,
no, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
An Excel sheet?
One time I was at Copper Mug with my coworker, and an old friend of mine saw me and was like, so good to see you. Like, obviously not a good time. Like, we'll talk another time.
Yeah.
Like,
I was just like,
obviously
also, like,
not a good time.
Guys, it was like a Monday at like 10 a.m. Like I'm
what?
like,
quick hello, like a quick conversation, but then don't keep.
Yeah, it was like,
back.
at first it was nice to like see him and actually like properly like catch up and stuff, because usually we'll like pass each other in the hallway or like say something or whatever. So it was nice to like catch up, but you know, I'd be working for like 10 minutes and then he'd randomly like say something and I'm like, oh my God. But I mean, like I said, he's the nicest guy ever. And actually he says that like he goes out a lot in Williamsburg with like friends. He's like, you should totally come out with us sometime. I was like, oh my God, I'm always out like with my friends at like the same places. Like, you should come out with us. Like, he's really cute. So.
Not him, but his friends.
Oh, well, I was gonna say him too.
No, not him. But
why?
I don't know, not my vibe. But like,
he's so cute. He's like,
he's very cute. I'm
like
so picky. It's wild, bro.
Anyways, yeah, I'm sure he has hot friends though.
I already found the love of my life Saturday. So
you did.
The one that's like Casey Frey. Oh my God.
Oh.
Did you watch? I DM'd it to you. It's okay if you didn't watch it.
Lily did meet the love of her life.
Don't get into it. But don't. But did you watch what I sent you? Where I was like, this is the guy.
Cat. The cat skit.
Oh, me and Ryan were crying. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Ridiculous. But anyways, okay, so that was my number one thing. And then the other thing I just wanted to bring up is the fact that me and Lily, where Lily was talking about how she needs a massage, like, you know, from all the like shit that she's gone through this past
well, because if
whatever.
my ex was good for anything, it was a massage.
Yes, it was a massage.
Sorry, there, I said it.
But I don't think we spoke about this on the show at the time being, but it's being spoken about now, months later, is that the week between, because as you guys know, like I went to like Italy, whatever, right before Italy, and while I was there, I had my oh fuck, like I gotta dump this guy moment. He's got to go. But I was like, I don't really want to fuck on my birthday, so I'm not gonna dump him like right before my birthday, because that's just gonna be like really annoying and inconvenient. So I waited a week because also I was like, let's see what he does for my birthday. Maybe
that was my
in some freak world he could
favorite.
redeem himself. In a freak world, he'll redeem himself.
Well, that's what we said about my ex. We said, let's see what he does for Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah. But
didn't make it.
Thank God. Because
Thank
know
God.
he would have let you down on Valentine's Day. So
he would have
that.
literally been like, oh, I forgot what day it was.
Yeah. Like, exactly.
I'll just go kill myself.
Anyways, though, so during that week of when I got back, between when I got back from Italy and when I broke up with him, it was literally 1 week, maybe even 6 days. I got a massage every day. Every day.
And like Christina doesn't really get massages.
I mean, I love a massage.
No, of course you do, but you're not like
I'm not like, oh, I need my like weekly or like my monthly massage.
And like
I'm not
a massage,
like,
like you usually get one and then you shouldn't get one again
for like a
bit.
minute. Yeah. No, guys, I was so stressed out and needed an excuse to leave the apartment. I got a massage every single day. Every single day. I went to the same place like 2 or 3 times in Williamsburg. I went to the spa at the one hotel. I went to another place that I got like a Groupon for in Manhattan. Like, I literally got a massage every day for like 6 days until I broke up with him because I was just so stressed and needed an excuse to leave. So when Lily was like, I need a massage.
But the funny part was I said I need a massage. And she sends me this place that she went to. And she goes,
oh, yeah.
She goes, it's like, I don't remember how much it cost. It was so fucking expensive. I'm talking like a $50 little random hole in the wall massage place. Because in New York, they're great. She sends me this place. Oh my God, it's God knows how, like probably like fucking $200 plus.
It was $220 for the cheapest massage.
That is fucking insane. That's like a celebrity level massage.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, you got to go to this place. It's in the one hotel. Like, I love it and everything. And I did. I loved it. And
the one hotel, that's where Shawn Mendes gets his massages.
And then I was like, and then I sent it to her and then I go to their website and I go to their menu to like to check the pricing. And I go, Oh, wait a minute. The massage I got was $220. I don't remember that. But also, I didn't really have any perception of money during that week because I was just doing anything to make myself remotely happy.
I mean, I bought myself a pair of Bottega Veneta heels yesterday. That was a choice. Yeah. That was a choice.
Never forget when me and NYU fucking broke up, I bought a pair of Chloe boots and I also booked a 4-week trip to Europe. So, I'm not one to talk. But anyways, also the funny thing too is that I went back like in my calendar to figure out like when I got back from Italy, but to figure out like the dates or whatever when I got back from Italy and then up until when we broke up. And I scroll in my calendar, and because he was so bad and because we were so miserable and we weren't having sex, I used to put in my fucking calendar when we would have sex because I would be like, I need more sex, and he was like did not want to have sex with me, and it was making me feel so shitty. And then he would also like basically like gaslight me and be like, we literally just had sex, when it would be like 3 weeks would go by. So I started marking in my calendar the days that we would have sex. So when I was trying to go back to find the dates for Lily, I see the little marker for the sex thing.
The psychological damage of a man rejecting you repeatedly for sex is wild.
No, it's nuts. And it's like, because it's like when your partner, we should say, yeah, like the person you're dating.
Your partner.
Yeah.
Men are just whores. Yeah. So I'm like...
No, but it's like, and so I remember the sex marker I sent you. It was like April 20 something, and we broke up on June 4th. So that was last time. Like, it was just, and now I know obviously why he didn't want to fucking have sex with me, because he was cheating on me.
Yeah, no
fucking
shit.
You know? So perfect. But yeah, I just thought that was a funny little thing to throw in here.
Just a brief example of like where me and my roommate Ryan are at with men. Like we literally can't take it.
I do just hear her
She's in the living room.
She's in the living room.
This sexy professional soccer player man texts her last night, like trying to be hot, and he goes, "Send me a voice memo. I need to hear your voice today." We're sitting there like, what can we do? Like, he means like be hot.
Yeah, like,
so
hi,
she goes, Lily, gives me her phone, and this is what I sent him.
Hello.
Hello.
And then you just hear us giggling like
panting.
5-year-olds.
You guys are panting like dogs.
Because we're fucking
hello.
That's
what you fucking sound like.
So let's just say they're not hanging out.
Are they not?
He's
like
lost. Weird. We're scared. Anyway.
Ryan, do we like him? Okay, perfect.
He's like won't give her won't say his last name. It's weird.
That's right.
We actually figured it out. We figured it out last night though, and we're pretty sure he has a girlfriend because he only wants late night hangouts. He won't give us social media. He doesn't have a last name. Girlfriend.
Or he has a kid.
Or it's like you're weird for that.
Well, that was, I told you, Paige's friend was going on dates with this guy. Oh. He wouldn't give her his last name, and then when she finally figured it out, found out that he had a kid.
Ryan, he's got a kid.
He's got a kid, Ryan. And he's teaching them soccer because apparently he's oh yeah, that was another thing. Couldn't find him on the fucking roster.
No.
For the soccer.
No.
Another man that lives his life.
And I got his friend. I had his friend's number who kept texting me, and I texted his friend. I go, "Your friend's not on the fucking roster." He's like, "You're psychotic." Yeah. I was like, whatever.
Like, just prove it then. What's the issue?
Whatever.
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to prove that? If you were a pro soccer player, I feel like you would want to prove that.
Where's the article?
Right. Where's the article? Where's the press?
Where's
the verification that you're not paying for? How about that? All right, G&T. We're going to skirt through this because this episode's already long. We do want to get into the actual topic. So number 1, Super Bowl 2024. The Chiefs won. And shocker. I'm sorry to admit, but I still have not watched Usher's performance. I don't know why. I just haven't had the time. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. So maybe you could touch on this one. I heard though that it wasn't that great. And I also heard something about Alicia Keys, not her vocals so being funny. Off.
Okay, I was just screaming so loud that she was on stage that I didn't actually hear her sing. So I missed the part where she sang badly because I was just like I was freaking out. I love her so much. But I mean, definitely wasn't my favorite Super Bowl performance, but I don't know. I didn't understand the hate, the dancing. He is so fucking talented.
Yeah.
His voice, he rushed through the songs a little bit more than I would have wanted to. Mike was on. His vocals were unbelievably perfect.
Okay.
Choreo was insane. You're doing backflips on rollerblades. Like, I'm impressed. Alicia Keys was there.
He did backflips on rollerblades,
his
bro.
dancers were crazy.
Damn,
he
what
was
the
on
fuck?
rollerblades too, but the choreo was amazing. We had Ludacris, Lil Jon, Alicia Keys. I'm just like, this is early 2000s gold.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was so amazing. Like, definitely not as amazing as like Beyonce, like whatever, but I fucking loved it. I thought it was so good. But
A lot of people were upset because he ended up not bringing Justin Bieber out. You remember? Did you see all that online? Everyone's
Yeah.
like, he's want to bring Justin Bieber.
I mean, like,
remember
it would have been awesome, but he brought out Ludacris, Lil Jon, Alicia Keys. Like, oh my God, you uncultured swines. I'm sorry. There, I said it.
Appreciate the early 2000s. Thank you. The other thing for GNT, like I said, we're literally just skirting through this quickly. The Wicked trailer has officially come out, and it looks so good.
You guys.
So
I'm not-
good.
Me and Ryan played it 6 times immediately.
Oh my God.
I'm literally not okay. We recorded the
Ariana looks great.
She looks unbelievable, and I was just hoping she would nail it. I can already tell by the trailer and her acting in the trailer that it's going to be good and that she's going to be good.
Well, isn't she like a theater kid at heart?
Yes, well, she
Yeah.
started on Broadway, so
Yeah.
I knew that she could do it, but I was like, if she doesn't do it right,
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna be
such
bad,
a big
yeah.
role to step into. And it's already questionable that they picked someone like that because, you know, they did that also for the headlines and the clout,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But she's going to kill it. It looked unbelievable. I'm so fucking excited. I'm a Wicked stan, so
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Also, we were going to talk about Beyonce announced a new album. Also, Taylor Swift, more importantly. Or I
We
shouldn't
have-
say that.
we got-
but
What?
I said
More importantly?
I said more
Oh,
importantly.
I mean, more importantly for me.
Well,
but-
for Lily.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm super excited about Beyonce's. And then we have like Dua Lipa, Ariana Grande.
yeah, so many people new albums.
Someone
this year.
else too. Someone else.
Yeah.
I forget. But like the girls are dropping albums.
The pop girlies.
Doesn't feel like a coincidence. My
Yeah.
single era.
No,
I'm ready.
exactly. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good for you. A
Yeah.
new Taylor Swift album literally announced like the week you guys broke up.
No,
Period.
Mama, the day after.
The day after. Period.
I was like, that scared me. Like, I was
Universe
scared.
is listening.
No, Hannah texted me and was like, there's no way. There's no way you're broken right now. And Taylor said, it's fine. I'm putting out a sad girl
Right.
album. Like,
She
it's
knew.
fine.
She did that actually just for you.
I know, Mama. I know.
All right, so we are talking boundaries. Boundaries. Boundaries.
I love a boundary.
I do love a boundary.
I will set a boundary. One thing about me.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Really?
So, fuck.
Are we sure? Well,
No.
and
Well,
I feel like you're really good at friendship boundaries.
yeah, and I'm gonna be way better about
Yeah.
it.
Oh no, we're getting you there. Relationship boundaries.
I
100%.
was good, and then I let.
Anxiety rule you.
Yeah.
No, 100%. But that's fine. That's most people. But yeah, we're talking setting boundaries today. We're talking about friendships and romantic relationships. We're just going to go over some boundaries that you might have, ones that you might want to set, you know, all of those things.
Yeah.
And then also, we did ask you guys on, you know, Instagram, let us know some of the boundaries that you have in your romantic relationships or your friendships. We want to hear them. So, you know, I feel like I literally, you know, we just wrote this down, the different types of boundaries that you might have with your partner or with your friends, why we have such a hard time committing to boundaries, and then just like a few pointers for boundaries. So we're going to start with romantic relationships. So boundaries with your partner, which the quick rundown of that is there's physical, emotional, sexual, financial, material. Those go kind of hand in hand. And also your time. But let's start with physical, because I feel like that's like a big thing. So your physical boundaries, obviously, with your partner have to relate to, you know, touching and feeling, hugs, caresses,
Yeah.
handshakes. PDA. Yeah, that's a big one for physical.
Yeah.
So obviously that's, you know, how much space do you need? Do you need, you know, do you want your partner to be smothering you? Are you good with hugs? Are you good with PDA? All of that stuff. Also, sexual could actually go into physical too. It's a little more of like the nitty gritty. You know, your preferences of what you're like comfortable with in bed, what you're not comfortable with. All of those things have to do with, you know, the boundaries that you set in your relationship. Do you like, I don't know, do you like choking in bed? Do you not? Do you want your partner to be hugging you all the time and holding your hand in public? Are you uncomfortable with that?
Do you like you know, because like sometimes earlier on in a relationship, like the guy wants to have sex like 3 times a day. Like, do you like that?
Yeah.
Do you like that constant sexual
Yeah.
like tension, or do you want it to be like more chill? That's another one.
Exactly. Then you have your emotional boundaries, which is basically like, you know, certain conversations that you have, ways you communicate, you know, all of those things. You know, if you are in a public setting and you have like something you need to talk about, like deeper, like an argument or something.
Such a big boundary for me.
Yeah, like,
don't bring it up in front of my friends.
Yeah, don't
Even
bring it up.
Even if I piss you off in front of my friends. Just like, actually, my ex was pretty good about that. We would look at each other and circle back.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's a huge
Don't make it
boundary. Like,
awkward.
what are you talking about in public versus not? What scenarios are good to talk about certain things? What scenarios do you just wait till you get home? And then also in general, communication boundaries and how you communicate. This could literally mean, like I said, how you communicate, or in general communication methods, like such as texting, calling, FaceTiming, seeing each other, things along those lines.
Like when you're early on with someone, it can be like good to say, like, if I have something to talk to you about, or if I'm upset, like, what is your style? Like, do you, because some people get really anxious, like, if you're like, oh, I have to talk to you about something later, or do you want me to just like be really blunt with you? Like, people just operate really differently. Some people like do conflict better than others, like whatever. So it is good to like have that conversation with your partner earlier on.
Totally. We already went over sexual, so let's get into financial. This is more so like if you've been with your partner for like a while, or maybe if you're even living with them, like, how are you splitting finances? What are your boundaries with finances? Does one of you pay for all the dates? Are you splitting it 50-50? Are you what?
So, or are you just paying for everything?
Are you
like
playing mommy? Are you playing house?
One thing about me is I have loved playing mommy. Not anymore.
Not anymore. And we're
like
not doing that anymore. But maybe that's your gist. You know, you never know. If you guys live together or you share a pet, like, you know, how are you splitting rent? How are you splitting, you know, costs of those things? Those are boundaries that you absolutely need to set, you know. Maybe you find yourself paying for everything, your partner's not paying for anything, and you need to set that fucking boundary, bitch. Like, it's fine. I've been there.
I love a broke man.
They just have a little zit to them.
Not anymore. They don't.
Not anymore. Once you get into your mid-20s, it's not cute.
My financial boundary, like, feel like, you know, when I start dating again, like on those first few dates, I'm just like really gonna like be like, this is where I'm at. And if you're kind of not where I'm at, it's just not gonna work. I need someone where we could plan a trip together and I'm not paying for the whole thing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I need someone where like I want to do things. I have a great job and a great life and a lot going on. I have the money to do things, and it's like, it's not that I wouldn't be with someone who can't, but it's tough. Like,
well, it's tough because then it's holding
not
you
really
back
fair.
from
It's
doing
holding
what you
back.
want to.
Yeah. Like, I am such a travel girly. Why have I been with someone that's not? You know what I mean? It just doesn't really even make sense. So it's a good conversation to have. Or like, some people don't like to spend money on stuff like that. Some people don't like to spend money at all. Some guys fucking don't touch any of their money. And it's like, okay, well, you're just boring.
Yeah. Right.
So
you're just boring.
Conversation
Spend a little
to
bit,
have.
babe.
Yeah.
See, also, I mean, see what their finances are like in general too, and like you bring up a good point, what they're spending their money on. I actually, so funny, the vlog that I uploaded today, I was talking about Boy and how he lied to me about how much money he made, but he was actually broke and he was in debt.
Let's just say he made that much money. He still would have
spent it horribly.
Gone because
do you want to be with somebody like that? No.
Like, I'm not dating a guy who is constantly gambling and constantly buying so many drugs and like what the fuck? That's not what you should be spending your money on. Like,
no, exactly. And that's good boundary to set. Going hand in hand with financial is material, and this could be a few things. This could be literally from like the stuff that they like use of yours, if it's okay. And then this also goes, you know, I put things like a big boundary that people talk about in relationships, especially nowadays, is phones and social media. You know, are you allowed to go through each other's phones? Is that a no-go? Are you, you know, what are your social media boundaries? Are they allowed to, you know, follow this person or not this person or whatever? You know, you got to be careful with that stuff, obviously, because you don't want the person feeling suffocated. But see what your social media boundaries are and what your phone boundaries are. You know?
And that's a conversation you have when you're starting to really get into it.
Yeah, and if you find yourself spiraling and stuff, then you need to, you know.
But bro, like that for me, like personally, like a huge, I get such an ick from guys who like literally it will ruin a connection for me. If I look at a guy's following and he follows like
all girls. Yeah.
all girls that are so unattainable or like
Yeah.
porn stars, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, okay, then you're gonna be with me? Like, I'm not.
Well, I told you that my fucking ex followed all 19-year-old blonde
tiny
girls.
and then you look at yourself and
They're
you're like, oh, I'll
Sigma
just go,
apple pie
I will just go
at
fuck myself then.
Yeah.
Like, what the actual
No,
fuck?
these fucking 19-year-olds from University of Arizona,
Yeah.
part of Sigma Delta Pi. Like, literally, it was just, ugh. And it's like, obviously, you look at yourself and it makes you feel like shit. So
Babe, and
that's
if
a boundary.
if you won't unfollow a fucking 19-year-old model for you, he won't do a lot of other things for you.
Yeah.
So.
And then another, right. He's not going to do it. Yeah. A real man.
That was real.
No, a real
Sorry.
man will, like, you know, obviously there's a point where maybe you
100%.
go overboard with
No,
it.
of course.
But in general, if you're like, hey, like, I really don't like that you follow this girl, he needs to unfollow her right away.
Especially if it's like,
No questions asked.
yeah.
And then the last thing is
I could talk
time.
about that all day. That's why I'm like,
I know. I'm like, tie it up. That's
Yeah,
social. That's honestly
yeah.
a whole other episode.
It's a whole
But
episode.
we could literally call it "Go Through Your Boyfriend's Phone." Perfect.
No,
Perfect.
don't not. Like,
We have video clips of us being like, "Go through your man's phone," but we never did an actual episode about.
when to,
That.
like, when you should, when you shouldn't.
I feel like if you feel the need to go through your boyfriend's phone, the relationship's done. That's it. Any boyfriend that I have had in the past, when I start feeling the urge that I need to look through his phone, I know it's just, it's toast.
Yeah.
Like, I only had that urge at the very end with boy band because I felt like something was wrong, felt like something in my gut was wrong. I was correct. With NYU, never. I was like, healthy relationship, good. Never. With boy, every single day, I was like, I want to know what the fuck he's up to. Did I ever go through his phone? No, I didn't actually. But I was right in the end. He was doing such shit. Big jeans, never.
I didn't with Work Bay a single time last year. And then the 2 times I did in the past 2.5 months, he deleted so much sketchy
Yeah.
shit.
You know, it's in your gut.
And I was like, oh, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, exactly. So then the other thing, the last thing in romantic is your time. Like, how much time per week do you want to be spending together? Because, you know, some people are like, I want to see my partner every day. Other people are like, I can only see my partner 1 to 2 times a week because I have other things going on. I have other priorities. You know, that's something that you should really get figured out. Because obviously if there's one of you that wants to see each other every single day, the other is like, I can only see you once or twice a week. That might be a conflict that you got to get sorted out. So
Yeah.
have a boundary with that. Figure that out. And you could go from there. Now, friendship boundaries are similar to relationship boundaries, but there's a few more things that get added into the mix and a few things that aren't. The big things with friendship boundaries is, once again, like physical, financial, material, time. But the 2 things that are added into friendship boundaries is like intellectual, which kind of goes hand in hand with emotional, but still. And then
do you
also your
mean by that?
romantic relationship. So
Hello?
emotional - intellectual, meaning that, like, so do you remember that one time when you and Work Bay broke up and I was just giving you a bunch of tough love and you were like, honestly, I can't do that right now. I don't need that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was a boundary that you set with me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I need my friends to understand how I fucking operate.
Yeah.
Because, like, everyone means well, but it's like, I'm literally, you're saying this and I'm not even hearing you unless
Yeah.
you say it like this.
Because sometimes you want to just rant to your friends and you don't want to be therapized.
No,
So,
yeah.
you know, but you got to make that boundary. If you're, you know, if you feel like just ranting to your friends and then your friend tries to therapize you and do all this stuff, then you just need to be like, honestly, I just want to, like, I don't need it.
And I
right
remember
now,
for so
you know?
long,
Or the opposite.
I was like, that's how Christina is. And then I was like, maybe if I told her that I don't like it, she'd stop.
Yeah.
And then you did. Like, you
I
know what I
did.
mean?
Yeah. I only therapize you when you want to be therapized. But,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, a boundary like that. Like, you know, do you want to just shoot the shit with your friends and get things out? Or do you actually want them to, you know,
Yeah.
try to like emotionally get through to you and whatnot?
Right.
Physical, also with friends. Do you want to hug your friends? Do you want to handshake your friends? Me and Lily, we
No.
barely ever hug. Ever. We had a moment last week, obviously, with the breakup stuff.
Oh,
but
we
other
do
than
have our
that-
moments, though, for
Yeah,
sure.
of course we have our moments. But other
I'm a
than that,
cuddly
it's like,
girl.
you know,
Don't touch me.
that's another boundary.
Don't touch
Some people
me.
just aren't, you know, touchy like that.
Callie, my roommate, if you even if like my foot accidentally touches her, she's like, stop.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I mean, that's just how some people are, and
Yeah.
then you set the boundary.
It's hilarious.
Financial and material, also with your friends. You know, is your friend using all your objects, or are they using your money? Are they not paying you back for things? Are they not returning things? You know, that's a boundary you gotta set, you know, especially if you tend to see that like you're spotting money for things and your friends simply aren't paying you back. Set the boundary. Next time you are not spotting.
That's wild to
What?
me that people like even do that. But
Yeah, I know. But a lot of people
Weird.
do because they're just like, oh, like that person will forget or like whatever, blah, 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 blah. So that's a really big one, you know. And then time, once again, time-wise, you need to balance between your partner, your friends, your work, and then like yourself, you know. Is your friends, you know, are you not seeing your friends as much as you want to, or are they being overly needy and want to see you more? So set that boundary of how much time you are spending with your friends every week, you know, that works for you. And then also with them too, obviously you want to take the other person into consideration, but you know, there's always usually a happy medium that could be met. And then the last one I'm actually pretty passionate about, your romantic relationship, and in which like the way you talk about it to your friends and what you talk to your friends about. What are you willing to talk to your friends about? Are you going to your friends? Are you sharing every little argument you have with your partner, or are you not? Do you talk about your sex life, or are you not? That's a boundary that you set. If your friend's trying to, you know, get out of you like, you know, all the details about this argument that you have with your significant other and you don't want to talk about it, then you all got to talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's a whole thing too. Obviously, you want to feel that you could confide in your friends and whatnot, but there is also that boundary of like, do you want your friend knowing every little aspect of your romantic relationship, or are there just some things that you don't really need to talk to them about? Just stays between you and your partner. Also, check in with your partner what they are comfortable with, you know, with you sharing to your friends.
yeah, I can be more of a private person, like when things are happening, like in the heat of the moment, and then when I am able to heal from it and whatever, then I usually tell my friends, and that's kind of how I operate. And I like have told my friends that, and none of my friends, like I just opened up to them about a lot of things in my breakup. None of them were like, why'd you hide it from us? They were just like, we get you. You need to process things and then you share them with us. And that's just how you are.
Also, that's so funny. I was coaching somebody yesterday and I literally used the phrase, what's it called? Don't take action out of passion. Meaning that, you know, if you're like having like an argument with your significant other and you're in the heat of the moment, you might go to your friends and start texting some shit like, oh my God, he fucking sucks. He's treating me like piece of shit, blah, 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 because you're just like so mad and upset and you're freaking out to your friends about it, like in the moment, versus if you have that argument with your significant other, take a sec to like process it and chill. Then if you want to go to your friends and talk about it, you'll have a lot more of a clearer, more chill head.
Yeah, and I've been pretty good about that because I don't know. Also, like, if you're going to stay with that person, you have to be. My mom kind of taught me this. She was like, my mom's a little bit more private too. And she's like, it's a blessing and a curse. But if you are going to stay with someone, unless they do something like crazy.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't want to tell everyone everything because then people kind of hold a grudge sometimes. And it's like, if it's just between you and your partner, and if you're okay with it, your friends might not be, but if you're okay with it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't always want to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like to process first and then decide if I'm going to tell people.
And then that's also obviously completely up to you what you want to, you know, share with your friend. Do you want to tell them about your arguments? Do you not?
Yeah.
You know, you could also pick and choose. Maybe this was like an argument or something that you and your partner talked about that you want to talk to your friend about. And then there's other things that you just don't. Like, that's just, you know, the boundary that you set for yourself.
Totally.
So that's that. Now, why do we have such a hard fucking time setting and committing to boundaries? There's many reasons why. There's 4 that, you know, right off the top of the head. Number 1, fear of upsetting the other person. You know, maybe you don't set this boundary because you're afraid that your partner's not going to be okay with that. Also, next point goes hand in hand with them, fear of them leaving. If you set that boundary, this person's going to walk away. But to that, I say, set that fucking boundary, babe. If they walk away, they walk away. If they're not cool with it, that's fine. That's them, you know? And the other things on here is that I was going to say, like, you know, about like strong boundaries and weak boundaries. We'll get into that in a sec. The other things about why it's hard to commit to boundaries, low self-esteem, or feeling that the other person has more quote unquote experience than you do. You know, like maybe you're 25 and you're dating like a 30-year-old or something, and you're not having harsh boundaries because a 30-year-old is making you feel like you don't have enough dating experience, like you're so young, or like things along those lines. So then you might start flexing your boundaries and whatnot because you're like, oh well, they're claiming that they know everything because they've been doing this for longer than I have. Like,
can I share one relationship boundary that we missed that's like super important to me at least our age? I have a boundary that I've always had it, but I've definitely really am keeping it in mind moving forward, and it's a like partying boundary. Like, I just think, especially with men, it's really, and no shade to anyone I've been with, actually, like especially as of recently, this doesn't correlate to my most recent relationship at all. But my thing moving forward, because I've dated a lot of party boys and like done that whole song and dance and dated people with drug problems, like whatever, is I'm really unattracted to that. I want to be able to go out with you and have a good time. I'm not a huge drinker. I'm not a huge partier. I go through eras, and I have like, obviously this weekend was really fun and like whatever, but I'm way more of like a career driven person. I think that's an important one to have, because you can quickly find yourself first having a lot of fun with them, and then realize, and both ways, like if you love to party and you are a good time and you love to get hammered, and are you gonna date someone that sits at home every weekend, and like vice versa. So that is super important, because the first 2 months of a relationship, you can be like, oh, he just gets hammered with the boys. It's so fun. It gets old very quickly. And then like, if they're like an MAA kind of drunk, like whatever, that is it's like a lifestyle thing. It's a very long-term drink. Alcohol is a really important conversation to have.
Yeah. Substances. Period.
Like, I have a friend who's kind of interested in this guy, but he does a lot more substances than her. And she's just like, that's a lifestyle thing. She's like, he's great in all these other ways, but that isn't going to work, because there's no way that could work. So that is a really important conversation to have, especially in like your mid-20s.
Absolutely. 100%. I agree with all of that.
Just wanted to say that.
You're like, just need to sprinkle that in. No, but that's a really valid point to bring up. Boundary, extremely valid point. So anyways, kind of wrapping this up, obviously don't be afraid to say no. Also think about it from like the other side. If you asked your friend to do something for you and they said no, like they couldn't or they don't want to, how would you feel? You'd probably be like, whatever, but you're not going to like hate them or resent them for it or anything. So try to think of the other side. If you're setting that boundary, your friends probably aren't going to leave you, and they're not going to think of you any differently. No. It's just like in your own head. Also, try to avoid both A, overly strong boundaries, and B, weak boundaries. You need to be willing to be flexible, but also make sure that your needs are met. Obviously, if you have super harsh boundaries, that's just not good, because obviously
you're too
relationships.
Intense, and you gotta like, things happen.
Yeah, you gotta compromise like in fucking both relationships and everything. Each person there needs to be a balance of both of your boundaries, but also so have your hard boundaries. There should be a list of like your hard boundaries, and then also some flexible ones, and then obviously you have your weak boundaries, and don't make them overly weak. Don't even use the word weak. You have your strong boundaries, and then you have your flexible boundaries, but make sure they're not overly weak that you just feel like your boundary is looking totally overlooked. So
I have examples for literally all of these. Like, I could talk for like 5 hours.
No, I know. This is like a, this episode's already so long, but this is such like a...
We'll touch on boundaries again in season 3, because I'd like to break down each one.
Yeah, if you guys enjoy, we could totally do a part 2. But wrapping up that, we are going to go onto Instagram quickly. I actually didn't even look through these yet, but we asked you guys on Instagram, what are some boundaries that you've set in your relationships, whether it's romantic relationships or friendships? So let's just scroll through and read some of these, baby.
I love hearing you guys' tea.
Yeah, this is actually the first one I'm seeing, which is actually very interesting. And I actually like this. This girl said no silent treatment. I feel like that's a really great one. If your partner,
oh my God,
like gives you the silent treatment after an argument, I would that would be a deal breaker for me, because I'd be like, you don't know how to fucking communicate. The way you deal
with a fight after, like, I know
there's a difference. Sorry, I'm cutting you off, but
no, I know you're gonna say taking a breather and having a little space.
There's a difference between a little space and a silent treatment,
and or like a runner. Like, certain people, like me and my roommate, are both very much like, we have a problem. We want to talk about it and get it all out. And I understand sometimes that's not realistic and people like need a breather. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, something happens, I want to deal with it and move on.
Yeah.
Because to me, like, if I'm with someone, I am planning on being with you forever and working through everything.
Also, silent treatment, in my opinion, is manipulative.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I think it's, if you are trying to work something out and then your partner's just absolutely cut you off, complete silent treatment, and you're trying to speak to them, that's fucked up. It's manipulative. You feel like they're making it feel like you did like something wrong, Don't like it. Yeah. Anyways.
That's been my life.
Another good one, no yelling at each other.
Yeah. Oh my
and
God.
You're screaming in arguments.
Oh my God. Huge boundary for me.
Yeah.
If a man raises his voice at you, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
This is interesting because this is more of like a boundary, like personal boundary with school and stuff. This girl said, I will not be hanging out with my boyfriend during exam season. Yes, I will call and text him and speak to him, but I feel like I need to focus and be alone.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's good. That's, obviously, clearly this girl's very, passionate about her education. That comes first. So good for you. If that's a good boundary for you, then set that boundary.
I'm a Monday through Friday, like, focus on work girl, but I, like, love hanging out. I would, like, if I had a boyfriend, like, I want the weekends to be for me. Like,
another one about, like, time, and then another, kind of also about the studies thing. This girl said, can't meet up every day. I need to keep up in my work and my studies. So, yeah, once again, that's another boundary that goes into time. Like, this girl's like, I can't see you every day, and that's my boundary.
And I think it's good to be with a guy who like I very easily will slip into just like, fuck it, I'll hang out with you every day. Like, I'm just such a lover. Like, I want to be around you all the time. Like, I need a guy that's like, babe, today we're getting our shit done. Like, I will see you in a few. Like, I need a guy that can kind of like hold me accountable too. Like, I find that very attractive as well.
And the more like once you get into a nice, loving, healthy relationship, then you will realize that and like a
routine, a routine. With
and
a
it's
guy.
healthy to like need your space. Like, I'm like with big jeans, I'll be with him for like 2 or 3 days, whatever. We have like a really good weekend, but at the end of the weekend, he's like, I gotta go get my shit done. I'm like, I need to go get my shit done, and I'm perfectly fine being alone during the week, just doing what I need to.
Yeah, that's gonna be my new vibe. Alone during the week, and then it's all about me.
Yeah,
on the weekend.
This girl says friendships. We don't have to talk every day for us to establish our friendship.
Oh my God, that's huge for me.
Yeah, I do have my friends that I speak to pretty much on a daily basis, like you and, Paige and whatnot. But also, like, I don't love my friends any less if I don't talk to you every day. Like, me and, like, my hometown best friend, Emily, love her to death, best friend. We don't talk every day. We don't even talk every week, but
Shout out Sarah
we
Wall.
still love each other.
Every week. Yeah,
exactly. But
we're trying to communicate more, but like I'm very much like, girl, if you don't hear from me, I still think about you every day and talk about you all the time. Like, you are still my best friend.
Mm-hmm. This one's interesting. I didn't even think about this with family. This girl said, I could say mean things about my family, but you cannot say mean things about them. Absolutely. I like that too. You cannot say anything rude about my mom, my dad, anything. If I have an issue with them, that's an issue that, I could like talk to you about it. You cannot say something mean about, unless there's a very valid thing.
Yeah. If
they can't just be like, oh, like your mom is annoying.
Fuck
or
no.
like
No.
Something
fuck
like that.
No. If I'm going through, like, I go through stuff with my family and my partner has been like, she was wild for that. But they're more agreeing with what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's not just like them like saying.
Yeah. No, that's so valid. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's actually interesting because we had a conversation about this just the other week. I don't think it was it definitely wasn't on the show. It was off air. But this person in particular said, no porn. That's another interesting one.
It's a tough one, man.
It is a tough one because me and Lily spoke about it personally. I don't really care if my man watches porn, but he absolutely will not be paying for an OnlyFans subscription. And I 100,000%
also, babe,
support OnlyFans girls and sex workers, but my boyfriend will not be paying for that.
But I think a lot of OnlyFans girls would say, I don't want your boyfriend. What I mean? My thing with porn is, if you don't see me for a little bit, or if we're not having sex, or like whatever, like once in a while, oh my God, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's fine. Like, me too. Yeah. But I would be livid if I found it very regularly. I'd be like, this is weird.
Yeah.
If we're having a lot of sex and you also, that's a personal thing.
Yeah.
Someone else might not give a shit. I just find it weird.
Yeah. Well, clearly, this person's like, absolutely not. She actually said, no porn or jerking off. He's got me for a reason. That's what the full thing was.
Yeah. So not my journey, but like.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody, that's like a very interesting one too. That's like a big
But I definitely have some boundaries with it for sure.
This one goes hand in hand with what we were talking about. She says, keep our issues to ourselves. Nobody needs to know. I assuming she's talking about like relationships, obviously.
The thing is, if you're dating a really good guy, like Christina is dating a 10 out of 10 human being. I love Big Jeans so much. And if she came to me and told me something he did that wasn't great, that was a normal human thing.
Yeah.
Because she's with such an amazing guy and a healthy guy and it's a great relationship, I would never think less of him.
Yeah.
Ever. Because you've made mistakes. I've made mistakes.
Yeah.
I think it's normal to open up to your friends about that if you're with a good guy, but obviously everyone's different.
Yeah. You know what's interesting on here that I'm reading too? A few people mentioned like male friendships, like male-female friendships. This girl in particular said male friendships she said don't ask me what sex positions I like. In general, I feel like this could also be like don't ask me sexual things if we are just friends. You know, that's like a boundary with like male friendships.
I mean, yeah.
Male to female friendships, you know what I mean?
Weird. I mean,
yeah.
Unless we're like, I don't know, remember we were having that conversation at 7th Street Burger? Like, if you're in a big group of friends, we were having like a giggle about
oh my God, so different.
But if I'm getting a cocktail with one guy when I have a boyfriend and he asks me my favorite sex position, I'm going to tell him to shut the actual fuck up now. Like
this girl, actually, I can't believe we didn't bring this up. This girl said, in general, expectation boundaries. That's what you expect of your partner.
That's
100%.
a huge thing for me now.
If you expect your partner to do X, Y, and Z and your partner is not doing X, Y, and Z and you've had the conversation with them to do X, Y, and Z, that might be a deal breaker for you.
I'm a very corny romantic person and I need to be with a guy that does the most. Sorry, I like have high standards when it comes to that.
But also, I do want to say about this too. You need to communicate your expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's a goddamn mind reader.
No,
you know? Actually,
no.
Big Jeans, me and him were like walking around like 2-3 weeks ago. And, you know, he hasn't been in a relationship since high school.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day got brought up.
He's never been in a serious relationship. Let's just say that.
High school
doesn't count, bro.
But he literally said to me, which I really appreciated, he was just like, dead honest, straightforward. What do you expect from me on Valentine's Day? What would you like? And I told him straightforward. I was like, I just want to be like loved and catered to. I want flowers. And I just like maybe like a dinner. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be some grand
Nothing
thing,
expensive, but something very thoughtful. Please.
Exactly. Just something thoughtful. I was like, I just want to be with you. I want flowers and dinner. And then if you want to do anything
I'm
else,
all about
that
thoughtful. I don't give a fuck about the dollar amount or anything, but I just want to get what I give. Like I'm a very thoughtful person. I get people little gifts. I leave notes, but like if my partner's not doing that, I feel very unloved.
Yeah. This I actually really like. This girl said, I told my boyfriend to please never call me a bitch, even in a joking manner. Yeah, I guess that goes, you know, names and whatnot. Okay. I used to be friends with a girl who, like, her boyfriend, when they would get into arguments and stuff, he would call her some, like, foul names. And I'm like, dude, that would absolutely be, like, he would call her, like a cunt, basically.
No.
Like, when they would get into a fight. And I'm like, that's not, no. I don't care if you guys were fighting. If my man ever, like, called me, like, a word like that or said I was being a bitch, no, absolutely not. Yeah, this one is actually very interesting. And this could be, like, a deal breaker sort of thing. She said, respect each other's religious and political point of views. This depends.
Babe, I'm not respecting your fucking political views if you're whack.
It really depends, like, per person. There are just, especially with political, there are some political views that I just absolutely will not get behind.
They're tied in with your morals.
Yeah.
Politics are bullshit these days. It's a moral ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then one more, I'll leave it off at this. Interesting. She said, do not be friends with your ex unless you have a kid. She put, you know, obviously if you have like some sort of tie, you know, and that's that. I think it also depends. I personally like wouldn't want my significant other being friends with their ex. It depends on how the relationship like ended or like what, you know, happened.
I have weird feelings about this one.
Yeah.
I have an ex that I care deeply about that is my friend. And I miss, and he was my best friend. We ended so well. The one that I was dating when we started the show.
Yeah, you guys ended very well, and it was more so the love just kind of like fizzled out.
It couldn't have been. And then we tried to be friends, and I had to respect my new partner and that friendship, and I always felt really strange about that. But I also was very respectful of his boundary and was like, no problem. I'll never talk to him again.
Yeah, and you didn't.
Yeah.
So exactly. Well. Until to be continued, and we're gonna end it at that.
Catch it.
Anyway, catch my kiss. Mwah. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
I did.
Make sure. I really enjoyed it.
I know, me too.
I thought this was fantastic.
If you thought this was good, y'all aren't even ready for the next season.
Oh my god, you guys are. I think you guys are really gonna, especially the people that prefer visual.
Like, if you think that I was respectful today, like, that's going out the window.
Yeah, I told you I was also respectful when me and Boy broke up, and then a month later I was like, episode about narcissism. Let's go.
Because y'all know that the ops are lurking.
Lily and these fucking ops.
I've got them, bro.
Lily and her ops. Her op is
My
literally
Bushwick ops.
Lily's op is like the pirate from the Captain Crunch box.
What do you mean?
As a little fucking white girl, ginger hair, boo. Who's your ops?
I can name a few.
Okay. Well, she said she wanted to see my ex. She was like, anybody's will do.
I was like, a friend of your ex. Anyone will do. I was just in a drunk, rambunctious little mood.
When I told you the other day in like the group chat with Hannah, I was like, yeah, I used to know a guy that would just buy like 100 pack of socks and he would just like
That's my op.
wear a new. Yeah, that's that's your op.
I got really mad.
Guys, my ex was like friends with this guy who would, instead of washing his socks, he would just buy a new pack, like 100 pack of socks.
Stop.
And just wear them until he ran out. And then
guys
he would
don't
just
get
throw
it.
them out and get a new pack
I'm
of
so
socks.
angry about this. I also heard that Justin Bieber does that with underwear, and I like haven't stopped thinking about it.
Does he
And
actually? How do
Sounds
you know
it
that?
checks out in my head. That checks out. He's such a piece of.
Oh, there's nothing but a fresh pair of panties.
Like, I get it,
But that's
Justin.
horribly wasteful.
I would honestly, it's horribly wasteful. But like, as a billionaire celebrity, I get maybe doing it every month. Like, getting new underwear. You never wear the same pair more than once. That's ridiculous.
Like, no, that's insane. I usually like every like 6 months or something, I'll do like a little panty refresh where I'll go through all my underwear and be like, all right, these need to be in the trash. These are fine. These are, whatever. But that is just so much. Isn't like textile waste like one of like the number one,
it's number one.
It is number one.
That's why the planet's burning.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Shout out to that. Or not shout out.
That's why I'm glad you're doing like thread up and stuff. No,
yeah, I have all these thread up
sponsored.
bags on my bed now.
Don't throw out your clothes. You're so weird if you do that. You are so weird if you put your clothes in a garbage bag and put them in the garbage. It's so easy. We have so many options, bro. Just donate,
recycle.
They come to your house. Like, you don't even have to leave the house. It's crazy.
Guys, thread up is just like so nice. Paige got me into using it because she like is sponsored by them. Yeah, that's the nice thing about ThreadUp is you just throw all your shit and you basically it's so easy. You go on like the app or the website, you put your address in, they mail you a bag with a prepaid shipping label.
Insane.
You throw all your shit in the bag, drop it off at like a UPS, USPS, FedEx, whatever. And then they handle the rest. They list it all for you. If somebody buys it, you get like a cut of the earnings.
Because I do Depop, and that's like, even more of a hassle. This is so easy.
No, it is so easy.
Or I just donate at Goodwill. You guys, seriously, don't put your clothes in a garbage bag.
Exactly. There's so many ways in which you could donate. And like you said, there's even ones that they will literally come to your house. So, perfect. Sorry. Lily's getting work emails. We gotta go. Make sure to go follow us at Gin Toxic Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find us on our personal social medias, always in the episode description. And we will see you next week.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.